that's a lovely, journey at your college in a new city like Hyderabad, and how you gel well with all your friends, your peers, and everybody, and always you try to be in the limelight because of definitely of your talent. So now, as I know you, so you are also a devotee of art of living. So if you can highlight, why why it is so, and from where it started, and still you are continuing it, and how it has developed your family, your couple goals. So if you can focus a little bit on those parts.
So I would be grateful about this because of the upbringing I had. So I was kind of built on under a lot of spiritual kind of a set around me.
Mm-hmm.
And I had seen my grandparents, like my mother's side, maternal grandparents' side. There were a lot of pujas and all that used to happen at their place, and I was always inclined to those. So initial attraction towards art of living had happened in 2000 when my mom got enrolled with the programs, and she had shared, and she used to practice. Generally, the practices of all that kriyas and all that is supposed to happen in isolation.
Correct.
And it's supposed to be in front of crowd. So there was a quite of inquisitiveness. A child at that point of thinking, what is she doing is inside a closed room, and then I get to sound. I see different kinds of breathing pattern, and then when they are doing some kinds of breathing exercises, I'm like, why there is a sound of a hissing sound? So I'm like, is there a snake? And all that fascination of Kundalini and all that comes into your mind. I'm like, okay, I also want to get enrolled, even though I was quite underage when I was quite interested. I was very enthralled with this program, and I had got. So initially in the year 2000 itself, October last week, I got enrolled into the Art of Living Happiness program. That time it was known as basic program, basic course.
So you were with Jamshedpur during that time?
At that point of time, I was in Jamshedpur only.
Okay.
And I used to do my practices. Few days I definitely did my cheating as well. So I did not practice my kriyas and all that. But then every time I was in a trouble, I knew that I have to come back to the path of practicing, because sometimes the stress needs to be out of the system. And I felt that the techniques which was taught to me by Gurudev was quite
so your journey started from 2000?
2000.
In which class you were?
I was in grade 10 at that point of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
how it progressed?
Then after that, it kind of helped me. Retention was something, it helped me a lot, and also during this progress, after completion of this course, it also helped me as evolve as a person as well. Because I remember my thoughts were not, even though my thoughts were quite deep, the expressions of it were not deep enough. So sometimes I used to just say things which others would like to listen. But now I know what I want to speak. I have that clarity. That clarity used to slowly and gradually develop in me. And I know whatever used to come from me was something just within me, which helped me to connect with people also.
Right.
At a different level. That is also another level which people do connect with. And that's how the evolvement of the Art of Living had started. Expressions had got cleared. My clarity had got cleared. The retention, like how do I remember things which has happened in the past, even the smallest little incident had got quite strong enough. So these were a few of the things which has happened in the initial phase of my initial days of my being a part of Gurudev's Art of Living courses. And I remember till 2008 was only when I never got anything beyond that happiness. And after that, one after another, the whole process of Art of Living became very faster for me, because every year I'm doing a new course of Art of Living. And then finally by 2012, I remember I got enrolled myself as a TTC, and I'm a teacher of Art of Living also.
Okay, that's really nice.
Yeah, and yes, that 4 years I felt that I was just left loose by the universe, or how it is, to just complete my education, and then it was like, now come back to the path. Some tug of a invisible rope. Just you have to come back to the path, and that's why I was back into Art of Living. And it was from 2012 till date in 2025. There's not a single day which I have skipped my Kriya or meditations. I am a regular meditator. Early in the morning, that's how I start my day. And I don't miss irrespective of whatever it is, because it has benefited me like to the core. And it helps me even today in my life for at least leaving whatever stress I have to accumulate. It helps me to just remove them of the systems. It helps me to, along with the Kriya, I also value meditations as a part of my requirement of a daily life. I do sit for 20 minutes of meditations. I was also influenced on one of the videos of scientists of NASA where they had spoken about the grey matter in your head that keeps on increasing if you are into the practices of Kriya and all that. And I believe that it does works, because for me personal self also, I see a lot of changes as a person who used to daze out at the smallest of stress to a person who's confident enough to deal with those stress.
Okay.
So that's how it has worked out for me. That Art of Living and the programs of course, has worked a lot. Even it helped me finding my life partner.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's a lovely story.
That's another story.
Yes.
So generally, during my phase of finding out for grooms, ours is a very strange kind of a story where I belong from a Bengali family. He belongs from a Tamil Iyer family.
Right.
And it's nowhere we knew each other. It was just through a grace, which I should say, that how I came to meet my life partner. And I was settled in Bombay at that point of time. He was settled in Bangalore at that point of time.
Oh.
And we eventually, the first interaction itself, we clicked. And it was just 1 hour we clicked. And I was
so
like...
he is also a devotee of...
He was also a devotee. And he used to work in ashram at that point of time, in Bangalore itself. That's where we were... He was close to the ashram. He was into the Shishi Tattva branch of ashram. And when we had our first initial 1 hour of conversation, I was like, I like this guy. I think we can move forward. Before that also, I had a lot of kind of interactions and none of them clicked. I was like, I'm not sure. So that's how it had happened. And then I was like, let's move ahead with the relationship. And with a period of 8 months of courtship, where we also had taken permission from Gurudev that I should be going with the marriage. With his blessing, it was all fine. And there was memory also when I had come down all the way from Bangalore, because my parents were kind of worried. It's an intercultural marriage.
Correct.
And it is very normal for them.
It's a very
normal thing in Indian family that
family.
they will be
Correct.
kind of not very comfortable with the idea of sending a girl to a different kind of a cultural background altogether. But now, now that I had a conversation with Gurudev face on face, and he also put it across to Gurudev. He said, please go ahead with the marriage. When he is literally spoken, there was no iota of doubt at that point of time, and we move ahead with our marriage.
So your parents also got the confidence?
Yes, the confidence immediately, because my parents have also have a faith in him. Like the kind of hand-holding he had done during all through my years, that invisible power of his hand-holding all through my years, I just could have feel it all through. And hence there was no iota doubt. We got married, and I'm still like, I'm happy that there's a good selection that has happened.
Right. So that's a lovely and wonderful journey to know about, because when it's always a divine selection when we choose our partner, because it also impact on your mental health, your physical health, your overall well-being, because you are sharing half of your life with him. So definitely it's very important, and with God's grace.
Yes. In fact, I would like also to share that during that point of time, he was the initial person who was quite pushy about me being a part of some kind of creative activity. I know that the creative activity had got a lot out of my life post my life into work phase. And as soon as he gave me that kind of a push, I kind of enrolled into Creative Tanima Academy, and I'm happy that I'm still there, a part of it.
Yes, very much. I remember, I mean, he was the one who was searching in the entire community for any kind of music classes or dance classes, particularly Kathak.
Yes.
So that's where, and even before I met you, I think I connected with your husband, and that's a really great, support from any kind of life partner when they are, very much confident and they are proud that his wife is going to be a Kathak dancer.
Yes.
So that's really good to know about. Yeah.
Quite